Hey guys, welcome back to Aussie Custom Garage. So this video is, what you'd call it, it's video in between the video that you just watched, essentially. So, last video you would have seen, obviously we polished it up, the jet ski, we've hopefully taken it for a run on the water. But before that, I plan on trying to fix the steering. The steering on this is hard on one side to turn, so see what we can figure out there, pull some stuff apart and see what happens. So this is the issue that I'm facing. I can turn all the way to the left fine, it's fine, but when I turn all the way to the right, it goes hard and then gets stuck, so you've really got to reef it up. So, bit of research. By the looks of it, I'm going to have to remove the handlebars out of it. Apparently they get full of salt and sand and all sorts of garbage, so hopefully I can fix that up. But just a lot of work to remove the headset. So first of all, I'm going to remove the cables off the back of the jet drive, see whether it's still tight up into here. If it's still tight, then I know it's not jet drive related. It's going to be more or less cables or handlebar setup. So, like I said, first off, pull those off, see what that does, and go from there. Okay, a couple minutes later, remove the steering off of it. So, obviously, that's what moves it side to side. Now, obviously, like I said, moves all the way to the left fine. Same thing to the right. Still gets stuck, so shit. I've got to pull the whole headset off and see what I can figure out. Hopefully it's just the collar. There's a little collar that the shaft of the steering column slides into. Like I said, it's plastic, it's got a couple little grooves in it, and apparently they fill up full of crap, and it's quite a common thing, so fingers crossed we can get that sorted and have it sick for the weekend. Alright, fast forward a couple minutes. I removed this little panel from the inside of here. There's just a ton of little Christmas tree clips that I'll be putting there. Remove the 4 bolts from the steering column. Now I'm learning as I go with this. I actually haven't researched, besides that's what the problem could very well be. So I could be undoing more things than I need to be, but I like pulling stuff apart and tinkering. So I'm going to now remove these 2 bolts either side and see what it does. See whether it slides apart or what, but I'll pick this back up. Okay, a couple more minutes later, I've just put the bolt back on there, but I've undone my steering cable and it's not that little column piece like I was initially hoping, it's the cable. So the cable obviously either has rust in it or it has a kink. I'm going to pull the seats off and just assess the cable, make sure that there's nothing wrong with the cable. I know that these are meant to be like a sealed cable, so I'm hoping I can just like remove the dust cover water cap sort of a thing, and I've got my trusty inox spray with a little nozzle, and see whether I can try and get some sort of penetrating lube into it and get it to slide a little bit more freely until I end up biting the bullet and replacing that whole cable. But from what I've done, it's actually not too bad. Like, I've been doing this for probably maybe 20 minutes. Remove that cover off of here, it bolts to the cable just there, and to your steering column with another long 10mm bolt. So doesn't seem too difficult. We'll I'll try and get those covers off and see what we can do. All right, so I'm a noob with these jet skis, guys, so don't use this as a how-to. So this cable here is actually part of the steering as well. I assumed that these little fins and stuff, that's what pushed it, but obviously not. So this cable here is the one that is connected to your steering. I've taken the little dust cover off on this end and inox sprayed the hell out of it. It's still a little bit tight, still gets stuck, but nowhere near as bad as it was. But I've also done the same at the front with that cable that I just showed you guys. I've only just popped that cover there, but yeah, so I've been inox spraying both of those. It's getting better, but next plan would probably be, I was watching a YouTube from a guy that connects an airline with some oil, like ATF fluid or something, inside of the cable, inside the hose, clamps it on, connects compressed air to it, and it literally forces the fluid through the through that cable. So yeah, fun. Yeah, worst comes to worst, I've got the air compressor sitting down below the think banner, the airline here. I'm sure I can find some sort of fluid here. I know I've got motor oil here. Oil's oil at the end of the day. Pretty sure I've got a little bit of fluid sitting in this little pump bottle. Yep, cool. Yeah, worst comes to worst, I'll do that, but I'll keep playing around with this inox spray. I've almost used like the rest of the can, which was like, I think I had like a quarter of a bottle in it, so let's see how we go. Okay, so after, I don't know, half an hour of playing around, I've got this cable 1,000 times better, which is pretty good. It's not perfect, but hopefully that inox spray will go further into it. Figure, since I've got most of the steering column pulled apart, I'm going to try and figure out how to get that steering column separated. Might as well check that bush that I was initially thought was the problem, which still could be some of the problem. So figure out how to get that out and give it a clean, and it may fix something, it may not, but learning as we go. So like I said, guys, I don't know a great deal about these jet skis. I'm more of a car mechanic, motorbike mechanic, but yeah, close enough. Don't forget, if you guys like these sorts of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and yeah, pull the steering column apart. Alright, so as you can see, I've pulled all the cover apart. This section here, it's like two bearings that it sits into these little races in here. Supposedly they get full of stuff. Obviously that one's pretty clean. So that's not an issue by the looks of it. These are little collars that clamp down, so you undo two 10mm bolts and they come out. Shaft slides out of that little, whatever you want to call it, little steering column cover. But yeah, these all in here get full of stuff as well. I think there's these two screws that go in through that, possibly, not sure, don't know. But I'm gonna clean it all up, put it all back together, and fingers crossed, well, I have some more steering that doesn't clunk as hard. If it's 20% better, I'm more than happy to roll with it for a little while. But yeah, we'll go from there. I'll whack it back together now and see how we go. Alrighty, all back together. Just put a rag in there. I've got a hell of a lot of inox spray just sitting in there. Like I said, I used quite a lot of this can, so I'm gonna have to go to Bunnings and get another one. All the steering's back together. Just got to put that cover back in the inside, put the seat back on. But this steering is so much better. Like if you remember beforehand, if I pushed it all the way down, I actually had to reef on it pretty hard and it made all sorts of weird noises. So thank God that's fixed it. So if you guys have got an older Sea-Doo or any older jet ski really, and he's having a similar sort of issue, it's not always put a new cable in it for $200-300, or if you take it to a dealer and get them to do it, costs you close to $1,000. Few tools, some inox spray or WD-40 or Rostov, whatever you got in the shed. This goes to prove that bit of time, bit of just mechanical thinking. It's just cables, it's just sliding in and out. Same thing with the steering. It's pretty simple. You can Google or YouTube how to pull that apart. Like, it was pretty simple. It's all 10mm bolts and 13mm bolts on pretty much everything. Simple as. But yeah, I'm happy as. So can't wait for the weekend to send it on its way. I was very skeptical on that, but now she's minty, and it's only going to get better now that penetrating fluid's going to be running backwards and forwards in that cable. So yeah, that'll probably do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.